So the match is not over because he is not, Brian, as you may know, if somebody's going to ring the bell, they have to be licensed by the state athletic commission. It's a true fact in many commission states, at least back in the old days. Nobody could touch the bell unless they were a licensed timekeeper. So I'll have you know that at some points, to make sure that there was a licensed timekeeper on the premises, my mother was a licensed timekeeper.
What?
Yes. For spot shows in Kentucky that nobody from the athletic commission was going to come to Madisonville, Kentucky, or Rabbit Ridge, or fucking Glasgow, wherever the fuck, right? So I would be a licensed ring announcer and or timekeeper, or my mom at one point was a licensed timekeeper, and they also, you had to have, this was a $2 license, and then they raised it to $5. You had to have a licensed ticket taker and a licensed doorman back in those days. So I think my mom was a doorman and a timekeeper, and I was a ticket taker and a fucking announcer.
Like an actual license? Like it wasn't just...
Yes, I've still got a couple of them. I got my mom's fucking timekeeper license. But they didn't know who the fuck it was. So you just, as long as you had a licensed person there, then they didn't know whether they were actually doing it or not. At one show, I was the ring announcer, the timekeeper, and the fucking photographer. It was not one show, but at one particular spot show I can think of in Madisonville, I was the only one, and then Paul Morton was the referee, and Paul had brought the ring, and there was 8 guys on the card. And my mom was the only person selling gimmicks because Donna, Teeny's niece, was selling tickets, and Teeny was checking up with the sponsors. There you go. But we had like fucking 12 or 15 licensed fucking people in the building.
I don't think I've ever heard that before, that your mom actually was licensed by the state for any of the things she was doing there.
Well, that's the thing. She wasn't doing any of those things. You didn't have to have a license to sell gimmicks, but you had to have somebody at the show that was a licensed timekeeper. So Teeny just got her a timekeeper's license. Anyway.
When did that go away?
I'm going to say by the early 80s, I think they had cut it down to where referees, managers, announcers, and wrestlers was the only people that needed to be licensed by the athletic commission. I'm going to say. But you never know about these things.